versterkingspunten of dingen dat je kan aanvoelen dat het een verkeerde spirit is, dat je verkeerde informatie geeft. Dat je een trigger voelt in je lichaam. Of
are there signals that we can feel or see that it's a wrong spirit?
I mean, you know, with this example, that's why I mention it. I mean, she's a lovely girl. She's really a lovely girl, and she was crying, and she excused, and she said, you know, this spirit is so bad, and he forced me all the time to say bad things, to say really bad things, and I feel terrible, and I feel really pain in my whole body, and I can't stop it. So please help me. I don't want this. So she came before. Work with her to get this set up, and still it happened. But I mean, on one side she don't want this, but on the other side she really desires to work as a trance medium, to get out of her normal job, to come into this spiritual career in a way.
Then you got ego.
And you can't. I mean, you can't force it. It needs time. And you have to learn it. You have to learn certain things. You have to learn to protect yourself. You have to learn how to open yourself. You have to learn how to close yourself, when to close yourself, and that your aura is really closed, so that not somebody is taking the energy. You have to learn that what is your feeling, what is coming from spirit, and what you're picking up from the energy field of other people. There are certain principles you have to learn first, and as long as you can't do this, you can't start with it. I mean, you can't drive a car without a driver's license.
Yep.
It is how it is. I mean, it's not just something you're playing around. It can be really dangerous. Because and it also needs time, because your whole system, your cell system, your energy system, has to get used to this energy. There's so much information which we get in our daily life. I mean, we have a lot with our daily life, with all our problems in the job, with the children, with the partner, and the information which we get on a subconscious level about the people around us, about the emotions of other people, and then we start also with spirit. I mean, we first have to know what is me and what I get from other people. I mean, the typical example is, you feel right, and you go to a party and you feel completely completely bad, and nothing has happened, and you don't know why. And you feel like everybody has something against you, talking against you, nothing happened. So you take emotions from other people, and as long as you don't have these things clear, what is from me, what is from others, I mean, that's one of the basics. You can't stop with this work. It's impossible. And if you can't close yourself, and if you can't understand which is a positive energy, and which is the energy which tries to use you to manipulate, you can't do it. And there are certain things we really have to learn. And if I open and I let anybody in, I mean, if I make a party, I also invite the people I want to have. And I just not open the door and say, oh, but all skinheads are welcome. I mean, it's the same in the spiritual world, but everything is good. I mean, we are at the moment as souls incarnated in this body, but they are as souls, we are also a long time without body. So I mean, there are all levels of consciousness and personality. I just not open the door and let everybody in, and then I'm surprised that after the party my house is a big mess. I mean, yes, it is as simple as it is. Yeah. And even if I'm spiritual and I work with spirits, I have to be very grounded, and I have to use my logical brain as well. Yeah. We have both parts of the brain that we use them. And not because I'm spiritual, I put my logical brain in the cupboard and close it away. I mean,
is dat een antwoord? Nee, maar dat is dus zo. Want er komt al, net als bij mijn vriendin, dat was zo'n zware negatieve energie, dat het kwam gewoon via mijn arm of zo, kwam het zo.
Ja, je voelt het aankomen.
Het is echt meteen dat je zegt van,
ik heb het zelf ook wel eens gehad.
Can you
Maar nu, als je ontzettend bent...
Recognize it before. How do you recognize a negative
If
spirit?
you are experienced, you will
How wants to
recognize.
know?
If you are experienced, you will recognize before. But they will teach you.
Ja, je
Some,
moet echt
you know,
leren.
it comes in and then you feel not good. And you feel, hey, that's not something I would say, that's rude. And then it's your responsibility to say out.
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 But there's
And it's
Yeah, but
also part of the learning and the testing. And it's important. You can't say you will feel it all the time in advance. No, it's not like this. I don't know if you remember 2 years ago when we talked about when we made this exercise about mediumship, communication. Yeah? And then I told you that, I think I told you the example of my friend mother, and then I saw the eyes have been like a doll, porzellanaugen. Yeah? No, didn't I? So my grandmother was in the first year. She was very close when I did mediumship. She came all the time and gave me information. And one day I saw her and I was so excited to see her. And she started talking. Talking doesn't fit to her. That's not her attitude. But I was so happy to see her. And then I looked more clear, and I could see that the eyes have been not her eyes. It was like porcelain eyes from doll.
Yeah.
And then I knew it's a test. It's one of these. I sent it out, and that's what's happening to test us, that we are really aware. And not just blended by the nice feeling of we all love you and we all embrace you and everything is easy going and nice. It's not just like this. And that's our responsibility to get this really clear. So we have to be connected to the higher source, but also be grounded. And then you get it. I mean, of course it's experience, and of course they test you in some things, but you will get it step by step. And really, the things are, you have to feel yourself first. You have to be grounded. You have to be careful if it is any negative thing, or if it is really positive. And you have to check if it creates separation. These are really the main issues. And if this is okay, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Nou.
And if you don't feel comfortable with it, don't. Ground out. You don't let anybody into your house or in your bedroom if you don't feel comfortable with it. Why doing it with spirit?
Nee.
Ja.
De rest.
Yes. And if you're all the time open, then you invite them. I mean, there are times where we open up and we invite them and we work together. It's working time. But otherwise, you have your private room. If I sit on the toilet, no spirit has to be there. If I have a nice love affair, no spirit has to be there. I mean, if you open all the time, they're all the time here.
Ja.
And this responsibility we have. It's nice to work with them, but there are times. Yes, times to work and times to be close. I mean, it's the same with friends, with partners, with families.
Exactly.
Yeah. And very close, if possible. For Parliament and Germany, for the foundation, is to bring an Indian yogi here. He is called Yogananda, and he's doing laughing yoga. Just with the laughing, opening the whole spine and the whole chakra system. And he's working with children and juveniles. And it's a very good way for getting aggression out, non-violent, in schools. And so it's planned to go in different schools, preschools, kindergartens, to do this session, just laughing, just start laughing for 1 hour, 2 hours. It's exploding the energy. And there's so much harmony and love, no aggression anymore. It's a beautiful program.
Jullie zijn nog voor, dus ik wil zeggen